to all our speakers, I would like to present mementos. May we please have mementos on the stage, please? I request Shri S.N. Tripathi ji to present the memento to Mr. Sanjeev, Development Government of Odisha, please. Welcome on the dais, sir. Shri Sanjeev Chadha, Director, Directorate of Horticulture, Government of Odisha. Shri Suresh Vashisht, Managing Director, Odisha State Civil Supplies Corporation, III eVillage Limited. May I also call upon Ms. Hall currently. So to start with, I hand over the session to Mr. S.N. Tripathi. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, friends. Post-lunch session is always very trying session. And I have got a presentation which is literally garden press. Director Horticulture is going to give a presentation. So having consumed extensive audience, I hope all of you are wonderful audience and will not let me down in discouraging or not questioning the pretensions made by our presenters. Afternoon session for IT and e-governance, that too inclusive governance, requires that whatever we aim for the public for inclusiveness, let that be debated later on. But at least all those who are present here, let their inclusive involvement be there. Otherwise become exclusive talk, one-way talk, and then nobody listens. Or ये भी खत्म हो जाएगा, फिर देखें अगला वाला शायद में भी बेटर है. But I assure you that this time all the presenters, all the three persons who are going to present, our Civil Supply Department MD, Assistant is going to make this presentation. And but on e-governance and inclusiveness, I would like to certainly tell two things which has been discussed in the morning session also. We all think that IT can solve all the problems. Even Lord Jagannath refuses to solve or listen to such type of assertions. So IT professionals should understand this before they present any case to the government. That you are going to solve a part of the problem, but solve it the way it may work even if the person departs. Many times we sell a solution, the buyer and seller at that point of time are very enthusiastic, but either of them leave, the whole things become a pilot, and from pilot to literally get grounded, and it means a fate which is not desired for a product. Same thing is true for inclusive government. I am one of those who believe that too much of emphasis on E in governance is creating the current problem. People want less government, people want better governance. E can help us in delivering that. If you have listened to the talk given in the morning, right from Honorable Chief Minister till the last speaker, all of us are trying to solve the issues, trying to solve the problems of the people in different ways. In fact, all of the old saying that blind man trying to identify elephant, everybody is right. In fact, everybody is 200% right. But the end result is that operation is successful, patient is no more. So all the product, all the schemes, in fact I always tell that all my predecessors have done better than me. I have done better than all of them. But when I leave, in fact there is Latin saying that if you visit a place after 2 months, you will find everything different. But if you visit the same place after 2 years, you will find that nothing has. This has become literally true for many IT initiatives. The time has come to take stock of this, why this happens. Is it because we are trying to sell very complicated solutions? Or is it one we are trying to oversell and overbuy? Or is it also an issue that two blind men trying to take with a colored glass? Which one is better? Either it is not useful, either it is useless, but we are trying to sell each other a product which both of us know, the buyer and seller both know that has no relevance very soon. Similarly, we also at times ignore the role of connectivity. We always blame the connectivity as an issue. The initiative that we have taken, I have taken in my lifetime in the departments where I was there, be it Panchayat Raj, be it rural development, because I have been only in these two departments only. So I don't have much experience, but here I have a lot of experience. Because I have worked for almost 10 years, 3 months in this department. And when you try to implement a system where the person with least education, if he cannot handle, if all the time we require Bill Gates and that standard people, no system will work. We also learned something from the Apple ecosystem. Why iTunes is more important than many other music systems that has been developed for computer. And the simplicity of its use, the moment you create a file for folder for Ghazal, only Ghazal will be there in that folder, nothing else will be there in that folder. How come in our iTunes of applications, how come in our iTunes of ecosystem, when you club and port certain things differently, you get some different result other than what you intended. Same thing is true for the people's perspective. We are very good planners, we are very good implementers, but at the end of the day, how much benefit is being derived by the general public? Where inclusiveness is there. Like we all talk about railway reservation. Railway reservation has gone through many versions, so many versions that nobody has ever noticed. But all the versions have become more customer friendly. Many times in government, all the versions are little more complicated than the previous. Because we think that everybody is more wild than what we expect. And end of the day, the product fails. My idea of inclusive government is that our inclusive IT application is which does not require any intelligence to handle. Which automatically uploads and goes to the next version with only one click. It itself says that new version is available. All of us are using iPads and iPhones. You don't need to remember when this version has been improved. You get a notification, you just say yes, and it takes only a couple of seconds in case you are in a good connection. It may take a couple of minutes in case you are in a bad connection zone. Similar thing should be when we are able to handle our requirement like a software developer. If you have a new version of Facebook, the iPad updates itself. User is very comfortable. Have we developed any system where a citizen gets any government service? He also knows the updates and he also can update his requirement without meeting any government function. Because interface with government employees has not been very encouraging for anyone, including the government servant most of the time. Very few people want to interact with government physically face to face, unless there are ulterior or exterior motives. People want to be away from the government, but they don't want to be away from governance. IT applications can deliver this, bridge this gap. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you are in for very exciting talk by my colleagues. The ELTS and the IT department has done a very wonderful presentation for the day. Don't let us down once again. Be watchful, be eyeful, be inclusive. Because only then inclusive government and inclusive governance can happen. Let me invite Mr. Basis to begin with, to say something on food for thought, because he literally is going to deal with this subject. Mr. Basis.
go for, when we are talking about e-governance, why we should go for mobile governance? First, hardware infrastructure requirement is not there so that it is easy to implement. With the available infrastructure, we can have it. Simple coding structure makes it easy for the end users. And as we are aware, mobile coverage is increasing day by day. So from the remote parts of the state also, we can collect information through eGovernance. And because use of mobile is also increasing, there is no hesitation on the part of implementer to use mobile governance for certain applications. Now what are the benefits of eGovernance? Information is received quickly even from the remotest parts where connectivity and electricity, these two are not there. It's very easy to train the users, and acceptance level is also very high. And with this native mobile application, it is more user friendly. Then how it works? In our case, for the Food Supply and Consumer Welfare Department, we have codified certain modules which are regarding paddy procurement, rice delivery, commodities transfer. We deal in 3 commodities: rice, wheat and sugar. And then closing balance by the fair price shop owners. And these stakeholders, they send messages to a centralized server. From that, it is decoded and processed. If a wrong SMS is received, then a return SMS is sent through the Odisha government SMS gateway to correct the message. Here, I would like to tell you that at present our accuracy, we have been able to achieve 94% accuracy, whatever messages for different modules we are receiving. If information is correct, then it is uploaded in the transparency portal of the department. Now, here briefly I would like to tell you the procurement and PDS cycle on the this paddy purchase center. This is the starting point. Then paddy is purchased and delivered to rice millers, and rice millers in turn they deliver rice to FCI depot and to Odisha State Fuel Supply Corporation depot, and then OSC SC depots, they also receive wheat and sugar from the FCI and zonal sugar depots. Then from these depots, the commodities are transported to fair price shop owners. Then from there, consumers. Here, from the central server, we are also sending SMS to registered consumers. So at each point, if you see, you will see a mobile icon, paddy purchase center. From paddy purchase center, we are receiving SMS. From rice millers, we are receiving SMS. Then from OSCSC depots, we are receiving SMS. From fair price shop owners, we are receiving SMS. Then we are sending SMS to the registered consumers regarding the movement of vehicles from the depot. I will explain each of these stages in brief. We prepared first paddy procurement module. The objective was to collect information from the paddy purchase centers, and the process is registration and codification of stakeholders. Now, stakeholders in this paddy procurement cycle are societies like primary agriculture cooperative societies, self-help groups, pani panchayat, market yards, rice millers. This registration and codification, after this registration and codification, we ask the officers who are managing these purchase centers to provide their mobile numbers. Then these purchase officers, they were trained regarding the module format. I'll show you in the next slide. And then publicity was also done through print and electronic media. And there is a dedicated team in the department to monitor this. Now this is a pictorial description of whatever I have told you. From purchase centers like society registration, market yard registration, and the purchase officer's mobile number, once we have got it, then this is the format. In the right color you will see the format of SMS. PP denotes paddy procurement, then date, month, year, then Miller code, there is a 6-digit Miller code, then quantity, and then AC note. AC note is acceptance note. So we are capturing this acceptance note number also, so that it is recorded. So that information sent through SMS is authentic and it can be checked, cross-checked with the documentary evidence. So from here, the purchase officers, they send an SMS. Then if this SMS is wrong in the sense that if the formatting, whatever we have prescribed, it is not followed, then a return SMS will go to the stakeholder, to the purchase officer. And if it is correct, then it will be loaded to the transparency portal. And there, government officers, they can also access to see different reports. Now, what is the output of this paddy procurement module? On an average, we receive 1,000 messages during peak procurement period. And SMS is based on acceptance note, so every transaction is recorded. Now, till date for this season, KMS is Kharif marketing season 2012-13. So, in this season, we have received details about 35 lakh MT of paddy procurement, and the actual paddy procurement is 37 lakh. So, there is a gap of about 2 lakh which will be there because of certain problems. Like if there is a delay in acceptance, in issue of acceptance note, then the officer, he can't send any message. And if there is some connectivity issue is there in some areas, then SMS will reach late. So because of that, there is a gap of about 2 lakh MT of paddy. Now reports which we are generating through these messages, we can know which state agency has procured how much paddy, which society like PAX, WSSG or Pani Panchayat, which society has procured how much, which miller has been delivered how much paddy, and then paddy purchase matrix, that means which society has purchased how much and delivered to which miller, because one society may be delivering to a number of millers, and a miller will also be lifting paddy from a number of societies. Then source-wise procurement history. The day we receive first SMS, from that day we can trace the history. Then next module, this was regarding paddy procurement module. After paddy is procured, it is delivered to the millers, who in turn deliver us rice. So the objective of this module is to monitor the rice delivery by millers. Now the process, as I have explained earlier, registration and codification of millers, codification of depots where they have to deliver the rice, then deduplication of miller mobile numbers. This is very important because it took a lot of time to deduplicate the numbers. Then we also had for some time state helpline to guide the millers, those who were not able to send the correct SMS. Then now we have also developed mobile application for Android mobiles with more functionalities. So many millers are also using this.
By governance, in fact, Secretary Civil Supply is there. He and both of them have done wonderful work. This was to transport food. Now I am requesting Mr. Chadda how he is transporting fruits and vegetables by using ICT. I hope you will not deliver it online, but you will certainly explain to you how he is doing it online. Thank you. Mr.
Thank you, sir. I hope I live up to your opening statement and try to make my presentation brief and interesting. Friends, in the sector of horticulture, especially vegetables and fruits, large number of farmers are involved. And we assessed the problems which are being faced in the problem in this sector. Large layers of middlemen they operate, who procure from the farmers and they send it to the market. And in the process what happens is they maximize their profit, you and me pay more, and farmers also get less. So this problem which we analyzed, and we started an initiative, vegetable initiative around 70 kilometers of Odisha and Cuttack city. And large number of farmers, more than 6,000 farmers till now we have registered, those who are constituted into different farmer interest groups, and they grow vegetables following good practices after training. And we have used IT in a very small way to ensure that the system works well and farmers are paid properly. So I just explain the whole process which we have followed, and then tell you about the interventions which we have made to IT. Now these are the objectives of the broad objectives of the scheme. I will skip this. So this is the scenario, vegetable scenario. Odisha is very lucky to have 10 agroclimatic zones, and we can grow vegetables, certain vegetables all around the year in different zones. So that's why we can have a good flow to the market and rates can be controlled. Now what we did a baseline survey to assess what is the extent of the supply chain, how it is operating, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses. Then we organize the growers into farmers groups. Then we also provide them training, assistance in the form of seed and other inputs. We selected one aggregator to act as a bridge between the department and farmers. And this is a basically model which we did in PPP mode. Now we worked out the logistics from farm to market, and then whatever value addition in the form of sorting, grading is to be done. Then retails we have set up and electronic platform has been made so that the whole transactions can be monitored. So as I said, we constituted more than 174 groups. So trainings have been going on, 2-day training programs where experts go tell them about good practices, what crops, how cropping pattern has to be finalized in such a way so that there is no glut for a particular commodity in the market. We found that in one area, whole village will do tomato. So what will happen when the production comes, they will be forced to sell it 50 paisa, 1 rupee, so that people will not take. So to avoid that, our people in the field, they interacted with these groups and worked out the strategy in such a way that cropping pattern was worked out. And different modern techniques were also shown to them, and whatever help was possible from the department we gave them. So this is a snapshot of what we did so far as training in different crop rotations is concerned. So this is another slide. I'll just skip it. So then we constituted, after the farmer producer groups are constituted. Now in Bhubaneswar, we have, as of now, we have crossed this 124 villages. We have covered more villages in some of the Cuttack district, parts of the Cuttack district. We have used resource institutions, one is ITS and other is Citron, to provide consultancy in this process. So this is briefly what I said, and we are giving one-time assistance to the farmers per hectare. So as per the, suppose one farmer has got 1 acre land, so he can avail of this subsidy for 2 years, 2.5 years, and he can cover the 5 acre, which is the limit under this scheme. Now, you must have seen vegetables being transported in small lorries, trucks, in these gunny bags, and whatever bags they have. So what we did in these groups, we gave them the crates so that they can pre-grade the material, clean it properly, and then bring it to the market. So this is a photo which shows that they are coming to the aggregation point, bringing the material in the crates. So here the weighing is through the digital machine. Earlier, our feedback was that the farmers, when the trader goes, they tell how much it is at 25 kg. And actually, if you weigh it, it will be more than 30 kg. So farmer was cheated on weight as well as on price. So we use this digital machine. I'll come to the digital machine later. We opened our accounts of all the farmers. So accounts were opened, ATM machines have been installed in different villages so that farmers can access the bank facilities. This kind of cards were issued, each farmer having a UID number, farmer's ID number. Then we, as I told you about the aggregator, we appointed Surinder Agritech as our aggregator from developer. And different aggregation centers we are setting up. As of now, we have crossed this 10 aggregation points have been set up where farmers come and they bring their material and they give. And one cold storage is also under construction. It will be ready. This is a photo. It is almost now it's complete. So by end of March it should be ready. These are the aggregation points which were set up where farmers come and they give their material and then they go back. So system is the farmer comes and the material is weighed and he is given a receipt. So the data is transferred from the weighing machine to the server. And in the evening we compile the transactions which happen in all the aggregation points and then we accordingly pay them. So on a particular day, rates for procurement are announced in the aggregation points. There is a chart which indicates the rate and farmer is free. If the rate is okay, farmer is free to sell here, otherwise he is free to sell outside also. It's not binding on him to sell us. This kind of refrigerated vans, they go, they pick up based on the information from the aggregation points, they go and pick up the material from the aggregation points, they bring it to the central go down and they are supposed to bring it to the cold storage, but the cold storage is getting ready, it will take another around 30-40 days. So refrigerated vans have been purchased. We have launched a new brand. This is the brand. Yeah, this is the Udyan Fresh is the brand. You must be seeing different stores coming up in the town. So this is the view of retail. In the retail, the same machine which we are using for weighing, it has also got the same chip. We have installed. Whatever transactions are happening, they go to the server. So we come to know what is happening in the retail and how much of commodities are being sold and how refills have to be sent. Now this is the main model. You can see farmers clusters, they are growing, going to the aggregation point, referred by goes, it comes to the cold storage and then it goes to the retail house. So this is the, in brief, this is the model which we are following. Again, the explanation. So how the farmer is getting it from the, in the evening we get the data from all the aggregation points and the system calculates the money to be paid to the farmer as per the vegetable which he has given at the aggregation point. And the administrator, which is the Surinder Agritech, they have a control room, they okay that and they send it to the bank. And in the night or early morning, the bank transfers the money to the account of the farmer. So transparently, the payment is made to the farmer same night or the next morning to his account and he goes to the ATM and he can get his money back. And he also gets an information that so much of money has been given to your account. So then we are linking this with the different clusters which we are setting up in the tribal areas, this and skip. Another initiative which we have started is we have set up a farmers portal in our directorate, where all the farmers who are using our schemes throughout the state are being registered. So we know what they are growing over, how much of area, what crops they have, how much of subsidy they are supposed to get, how much of subsidy has been paid to them, and their account numbers are there. So earlier, what we were doing is we were issuing them checks, or we were giving them cash. So in order to avoid that, we have set up this portal where the information about all the farmers is there, and then the payment is made to the accounts of the farmers directly. So the explanation is there, registration and all the other details about the farmers, crops, and with this we can easily get the different kind of information on different crops. How much of area is covered, how many farmers are ST, how many farmers are SC, how many are below poverty line. So all those details we can get from this portal straight up. So this is the registration format where we how we register the farmers. Now earlier it was not being done in the districts, and gradually we did the training programs, and now moment the farmers are taking up cultivation, so they are being registered and this whole data is being filled up one shot off. Now we have also started taking the photographs of the farmer and making a PDF file and attaching with his profile. So that in the first year, second year, third year, 3 years we come when we pay him subsidy, 3 years we take the photo in the field, and the cameras are GPS enabled. So you know the location of the farmer, the same location, the photo is taken again second season and third season. So this gives a lot of transparency. And all the funding agencies like DID and all, they are also giving this data so that they can also on their own go and verify. Then this is a thing which we did in eDoc and eDispatch we have done. So this is common, many departments are also doing. Now we are sending all our communications to the districts and other offices through eDoc or eDispatch. So this is the explanation how it goes.
How ICT is being used in improving farmers' profitability. Any public policy has only two objectives. One, improving the efficiency, and second, some return to the government, be it public bill, be it goodwill, be it revenue, be it anything. In this area where Mr. Chaddan and Kevapa, people have got better appreciation that government works for the customer. So the customer focus and citizen focus has come because of eGovernance. At times, what we call it generally is that we build bridge first, then try to locate the river. We distribute tablets, then try to locate teachers. We announce gala mega schemes, then we try to set the system and process in time. In fact, Ronald Reagan used to say, if somebody comes and tells me that I am from the government, I am here to help you, there can't be better contradiction in terms. But friends, with IT, we have tried to reverse this process. We have not only reversed this successfully, we have tried to get the appreciation of the people by citizens enjoying the benefits of ICT. For research, one case, one state, which is not very famous for ICT applications. Transaction-based data, when we go to real-time based data, when we go for online data, it gives you a different cup of tea. And many departments are trying. 2 examples you saw, how we are automating, how we are citizen-centric. Applications are being developed for procurement of fighting, similarly for procurement of fruits and vegetables. But all these requires an e-village concept, which should be sahaj, not like Saral Farm, which was more complicated in due course, but sahaj.
Thank you, sir. My esteemed co-panelists from the ladies and gentlemen, today's talk is on inclusiveness. Since morning we have had several sessions, each one speaking on an aspect of how ICT has helped different departments, different parts of the government, and how it is envisaged to take it to future, including friends from the companies who are into making systems, processes, hardware to make this happen. We are an organization which was created under National eGovernance Plan about 5 years back, and our objective was that in every village, every Gram Panchayat, there should be one common access point which is IT enabled, through which any department, any company, any public sector, private sector, government sector, they can access to the entire community, that is the village community, in terms of providing the services. Now the question here came is that why should one provide the services to one point? Why can't people access the services directly? The answer was that in India, considering what is the literacy, availability of electricity, affordability of different gadgets, it may not be possible that in rural areas you will have that much penetration of PCs, smartphones, and different kind of gadgets which is required for the purpose of ICT to happen. ICT is a technical. It is not something which can be done without a handheld device or a device which one possesses at home. So that is how this concept came. Government did a bidding, and we won the bidding in 6 states. Odisha is one of them. We were to set up about 2,500 centers, and the centers were set up, and we were told that you can do any business that you want to, and government, as and when the services flow, like Odisha was saying in the morning, 2 districts in Odisha, Mayurbhanj and Ganjam, the e-districts have been created, and services have been started to given through these common access points. It is good that eODISHA is taking place today, because I attend a lot of conferences across India where there are conferences of this nature. One thing definitely happens in this conference, that it produces a positive dissatisfaction, a journey, a desire to do something more. Unless we come under one roof and discuss what is lacking or what is good, progress cannot take place. So to that extent, I must congratulate Odisha as well as Bhutali to have convened all the people under one roof, so that we share our happiness, our pain, and how to take it forward. Now, I have the full presentation, but I will come to a few slides. And the thought I wanted to give here was that when we talk about inclusiveness, see, ours was an organization which was very unique. We were told that you open the shop and माल बाद में आएगा. दुकान पहले खोल लो, साफ सुथरा करके लाइट वाइट लगा लो, नौकर वोकर रख लो, और माल बाद में आएगा. कौन सा माल आएगा वो पता नहीं था. तो जब हम खोल दिए तो गांव में लोग आ गए हमारे पास. बच्चा लोग एक दुकान कहीं खुलाई थी, कौन है दुकान है बड़ी? So we said बड़ी वो बहुत कुछ बड़ी, what you offer है? So we could see, so we thought it's better to create the package time so that the pressure automatically comes here. So now, like the way I am speaking, it must be under pressure on local and the government and the producer. How do we use these services? The VLEs are very unhappy. Some of the places where the services have not come, they are very unhappy. That why the services are not coming. So they go to the MLA, they go to the MP, they create noise. So that makes the government move. It is not an indication of whether government is more focused or private sector is more focused. I have worked in both. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, and it is inherited. It is not at all officer specific. Unfortunately, we think that some officer is very good, so the thing is moving, some officer is not good, so the thing is not moving. It is not so. It is a part of the life, a part of the way the government is made, the part of the way the private sector is made, the part of the way the banks are made. So when we started doing this, the question came up that many people contacted us. This service we provide. So we got queries from education segment. We got queries from banking services, because government services had not come. Of course, in Uttar Pradesh we got government services. Then we had a lot of telecom companies telling us that please come and distribute your, we want to distribute our products there. Then we had also companies like Tata's, Gulf Oil, who said that we don't want anything. We only want your center to advertise our products. Then there was UID, like in the morning, they said that we want to use your center to make a UID enrollment. Then they said that after UID goes away, a new child is born and he becomes old, then how do I make, so you make it permanent UID center. So we saw that a lot of things were coming. So suddenly the shop was full. All of course commitment. Some of them came, some of them were coming. So when I see in that perspective, I could feel that I live in Bombay actually. In Bombay, I don't feel the need. But why am I feeling it here? So there the question of divide came. That between the rural area and the urban area, there is a clear-cut divide, which many of us realize. Thankfully, government officers realize more, like Padhi Sahab, who must have started his career from the very beginning, and would have seen very closely how the rural population works. Many of us do not. Corporates, though very rarely, except for agri-seed company or people who sell their product in rural areas, they come from metro downwards till the time they reach the rural area. One slide here I would like to show when we talk about rural inclusiveness. Look at this figure. This is all that I have been seeing since perhaps last 30 years when I started my career. In India, there are 5 metros, which is only 8% of population. There are 40 cities, which is 5% of population. 450 towns of 10% of population. And 7% of population comes from 4,041 towns. So 4041 plus 450 plus 40 plus 5 comes to about 5,134 towns. If you take 5,134 towns in India, that is 30% of your population. Balance 70% comes from 6.440 lakh villages. And gentlemen, if you compare the services and the facilities made available to this top 30% and bottom 70%, is appalling. There are 22,000 bank branches out of 68,000 who serve the 6.4 lakh. 46,000 serve the top half. This is only about banking is concerned. Go to post offices and extra departmental post offices and put it in this channel. You can ask this question to any officer, any banker, any private sector. Look at Hindustan Lever, the best consumer product mapping companies. 90% of its distribution infrastructure is within 5,041. It may not have 5,041 stockists in India also. And one city may have multiple stockists. Going to 6.40 lakh does not arise. So where are we? Miles away. So when we talk of development and inclusiveness, ICT, why it is important that it does two things. Why people have not gone to this 6.4 lakh? Being an entrepreneur, I can tell you for two things. Fear, पैसा खो जाएगा. वहाँ जाएगा कौन, कलेक्शन कौन करेगा, माल का डिमांड बहुत है, पैसा चल उड़ जाएगा. ये फर्स्ट. सेकंड इज दैट वहाँ पे क्या बिकता है वो मालूम नहीं और वहाँ जाएंगे ही नहीं. अगर 1 रुपया में यहाँ पे घुमाऊंगा 1 रुपया 5 पैसा बन जाएगा 4 महीने में 6 महीने में 10. यहाँ पे तो 1 रुपया डालूंगा तो पता नहीं कब आएगा. So the communication divide between rural and urban is so predominant that it becomes very difficult for one to market. Yes, as far as government is concerned, they have a mandate. They have a mandate that they will have to do development. Development is government's job. I don't think it is private sector job. So if development is there, the focus is there also in 6.40 lakhs. Number one. Number two, if you want to go to rural, you better partner with government. And government which makes it going, then it works. In our model, we had B2C and G2C coming both. The concept was that if G2C turnover is not good, then B2C will complement, and if B2C is not good, then G2C will complement. Now let's look at so this is the kind of model that we have, where you have a village, then the village level entrepreneur. Then the village level entrepreneur gets his consumers from the village who pay him in cash. They avail of the services that he gives them. Then he is connected to the VSAT or to the broadband connection to the data center. The data center belongs to us, and to the data center has connected the government. To the data center is connected the private sector whose services we sell. So we aggregate the entire demand, send it to our partners. We aggregate the entire income, send it to our partners after keeping our margin, and partners offer the service. That is how it works. Now, if you look at, just look at this. This is of UP, where the government services were provided. There are about 120 people were surveyed. When we surveyed them, they said that before the common service center came up, or before these access points in the villages came up, a गांव का बच्चा उसको education के लिए for doing a small course in Microsoft Excel or Word or Tally, he used to go something like 11 kilometers. For agriculture information, 7 kilometers. For land records, 13 kilometers. For a small mobile this TV recharge, this is 3 kilometers. Death and birth certificates, 13 kilometers. And the longest that we used to travel was utility bill payment was 11 kilometers. Utility bill payment means your electricity and BSNL bill payment. These are some of the services that we give. Panelists were talking with us before that ICT can never solve a problem. ICT is only an enabler, and the more we understand, the better we will be. So, in our entire ecosystem, the most important feature is not ICT. When I joined this company, I joined from FMCG, so I am very excited. I work with computers because we are all brainwashed, you know, that things which are computerized are necessarily more efficient. So if I Google someone's name, then whatever Google says is more important than what you will tell me. Because Google ने बोला, ये कोई जैसा गीता है, Google करने का मतलब सब ठीक आएगा. गांव में चलता नहीं है. गांव में मेरा भाई बोल दिया ये सामान खरीदना है तो खरीदूंगा. मेरा भाई बोला वो पीडीएस वाला चोर है तो चोर है. मेरा भाई बोला कि वो इंस्पेक्टर अच्छा है तो अच्छा है. लेकिन हमारा यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं है. भुवनेश्वर में हम सेम फ्लैट में रहते हैं, हमारा पड़ोसी को साल नहीं मिलते. पड़ोसी कुछ बोलेगा भी तो we do not work on trust. In villages it is very different. In urban areas, physical infrastructure is best.
But my fellow panelists have tried to add some value to your very not so lazy afternoon, but very attentive afternoon, very inclusive afternoon. Thank you very much for giving all of us an opportunity. If you have any question, we will welcome. Any question to any panelist. Thank you.